We hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. In this particular episode, which is unfortunately another radio play, we are down a few players. Sin and Noel were unable to make it because of circumstances. But we forwarded on, began to begin the exploration of the sinister hag lair in an episode called, Is That a Sailor Expression? The crew may be small, but they get a lot of work done in a short amount of time, and we hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
Recording this?
I record it for Sin, since he won't
Hey,
be
let's
here
go into
today.
whispers. Now let's record it.
Well, it's that, and so I remember. Listen, I'm on pain medication. So, in about 30 minutes, this adventure is going to get real wild. Okay. So, when we left you alone, well, you had wandered away from the group. You'd gone to Soulskin, and you were in the market with the crew, and then you... And then
browbeat all the poor people at the farm.
You wandered away. Yeah, first you browbeat all the people at the farm, and then you took a Pegasus taxi to Soulskin, and you hung out in the market with the crew for just a little bit. Watched Davynn spend way too much money on something dumb, and then you wandered away as the rest of the crew was watching Yanan arrive. So, in your wanderings... Yeah, I gotta pause time.
For the clacking, that's me making my own notes.
That's fine. So, in your wanderings in the forest around Soulskin, you are in a fairly good place for you. It's much quieter here than certainly the market, and even the small town of Soulskin. Yeah, obviously it is fairly busy for a small town, and there's just a lot of people and a lot of noise and a lot of pressure that is absent once you leave the town limits and you're back into the snowy woods that surround it. Very different biome than you're used to, of course. You're not often in wintry conditions. It's not something you have to deal with, so it is a bit novel to sort of crunch your way through the light snow. And even through all the peace and the calm, you feel yourself being gently led by your guides, both of this world and others, as you wander back in a generally southerly direction. Even the light dusting of snow that was on the ground when you guys woke up does start to become just sort of a feathery dust on everything as you wander further and further south. You don't know it, but you're walking parallel to the same path that you took by Pegasus taxi, just in the opposite direction. As your guide... Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, Hildreth will just kind of let himself be dragged along.
Just wander that direction.
Happily and curious, wondering where in the world he's off to.
As you get further from Soulskin, to the point where even the smell of chimney smoke is getting lost on the breeze, the quiet deepens, and you begin to pick up even more traces of people would call them disturbances, but you stopped thinking of them as that a long time ago. But small little eddies of spirits, entities that are trapped, that often catch your attention as they wander between the worlds. Little more than flip books and portraits. They're not aware of you. You are only aware of them. But they seem to be increasing in number. They look to be similar to the folks that you encountered in Soulskin. Humans for the most part, in the same type of heavy winter dressing, lots of furs and skins, simple clothes. Definitely people of the forest, people of the mountain, but ephemeral and flickering in and out of the light. No more there than any other bit of smoke. But they are in a fair number, more than you would expect for being so far away from civilization. Children, young adults, elderly. Didn't seem to be an age limit or anything. Some appear distressed, some not so much. But they are all gravitating towards the same general direction that you're being led. It's still not a distressing sensation overall. It's a very gentle pull. So as you make your way further along the path, the snow's completely disappeared from the leaves. You see the rough outlines of very rough-hewn buildings, very ramshackle, definitely something that you would be familiar with from back home. These are buildings that are put up in a hurry, that are designed to be taken down in a hurry and mobile if necessary. They're not built necessarily for long-term construction. For all of the mountains and hefty old-growth forests that you're surrounded with, these buildings are made of much lighter wood, minimal stone. Not built for the long term. And there is a very, very, very light thread of whitish gray smoke coming from the center of these outlines. An old or a dying fire. That seems to be the general direction that everything is being pulled to. This is, if it's not the epicenter, it's certainly close to it. Go ahead and make a perception check as you wander. Okay. So beyond the fading and flickering of your mute traveling companions, you notice on some of the larger trees, some of the largest of the old growths, they've been carved into. And again, the symbology is super familiar. Definitely smacks of home. These are the symbols of Kalishan. Davynn just wasted a crit. But yeah, these are definitely the markings of Kalishan. They often use them to mark temples or other places they consider sacred. They sometimes form the boundary between where the village would be and where the temple would be, sort of a do not trespass sign, but only if you know how to read it. And
I do not know how to read it.
Well, you understand what it means.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah. You understand the mark, even if you don't necessarily, if you're not able to read it, scripturally. You understand what it means, and definitely, definitely are able to identify it readily. Beyond these trees, as you get closer, you're able to identify that what you thought might have been the outskirts of a village isn't a village at all, really. It's barely 3 or 4 of these ramshackle buildings, these lightweight buildings, in not awesome repair. And in the center, a massive bonfire that is putting forth just that little baby plume of steel gray smoke. There's no activity that you can see. No meat drying, no skins over the fire. Nothing that would give you any indication that this place is even inhabited. It looks, for all intents and purposes, to be a ghost town were it not for the recently dying fire. But this is also where your spiritual companions, as well as the other spirits that you picked up along the way, seems to be where they are going as well. To the center of this village, for lack of a better term.
No reason not to follow.
Okay. Breaking into the actual village itself, it is, as I said, fairly deserted. But there, again, it definitely gives you a familiar sensation. You can see that there are stone markings off to your left, and a path that leads that direction, leading out of the village. The markings themselves are old plinths with holes carved into the top and fading markings in maroon, and also carved into the stone itself. And those are very much the markings of a Kalishan temple. There are things that you would see marking the walkway to the center of a temple, or a parade route, a processional route would have these cairns, these plinths that mark them. So you are starting to feel very much at home.
Oh, home is good.
Home is good. as you sort of take in your surroundings, all of the wayward entities that you ran into as you approached are drifting off to the right to a bank of nearly impenetrable forest. Again, old growth trees, all of them marked with the symbols. Although very, very faint, they sort of follow the curves of the naturally occurring bark as they're designed to. And that is where they are being pulled to. As you sort of glance off in that direction to follow their travel, seemingly from nowhere, a immeasurably old man appears just behind you and off to one side. Just behind your shoulder, standing a respectful, 3 or 4 feet back, but you didn't hear him approach. And he walks with not 1 but 2 canes. Again, very sunken face, incredibly bony. He's probably not an ounce of fat on this very, very old man. And he attempts to cough as if to gain your attention, but it just comes out as this like half death rattle, half crow call sound as it gets stuck in his throat.
Well, Hildreth will turn and acknowledge he exists without actually saying anything.
And the old man, his eyes are very bright, as deep set as they are, they're very bright. And he regards you with an odd mix of welcome and sort of derision. He's got a very twisted smile on his face. And said, "Follow the crowd, did you?"
In a manner of speaking.
He just chuckles to himself. "I didn't hear you on the road."
What is this place?
Safe place. But you know that.
I didn't hear that. You're going to have to say that again.
Oh, it's a safe place.
Oh.
But you know that.
My experience is there's no such thing as safe.
He tilts his head at you a little bit. And looks from you to your bird to your other traveling companion. And in a moment, the skeletal figure twists away like dust, being sanded off, and a new figure instead stands there, very tall, almost 6 foot, athletically built, skin like very, very dark, like black blue almost skin, with gold set at her wrists and her neck. She's also got small rings that have been hammered in along her collarbone, and bits of white finger paints almost that mark her face, and the hollow of her throat and the inside of each wrist. She wears the bone and leather jewelry that would denote a lower priestess of Kalishin, but the gold and especially the body alterations tell you that she's probably mid-tier. And instead of a walking staff, she has a magnificent, big oaken carved, decorated thing set with teeth and bones of various animals, some of them the size of your fist. And she smiles again. It's very much the same smile. Her eyes are the same bright blue. And then she regards you with that same mixture of amusement and derision. "I apologize if you don't find me as hospitable as perhaps you're used to."
I'm not used to much as far as hospitality goes. You've nothing to apologize for.
And she sort of laughs.
And Hildreth will give a slight bow of his head in the way of recognizing her station.
And she nods back and starts walking towards the bank of trees where the spirits had been drawn, and gives you a slight beckon. Doesn't turn, just sort of leaves her hand linger behind her for a second and beckons you to follow. As you get closer to the trees, she makes another very quick gesture, and they fade from existence. You can see there's another very short path, again lined with those massive plinths with the painting and the hole at top, with ribbons that dangle from them. There's one on either side, and then a very short jump, maybe 5 feet, and another set. And then there's a short, squat, granite style building. Not super large. It's circular like a hut, maybe a story and a half. But not overly large. You could fit, a decent sized family in there. There is no front door at all. The opening is directly adjacent to the path, so There's no barrier. And she walks up the path. You can still see the spirits are there. They don't enter the stone. They simply seem to exist, spreading out in a radius around this hut, going about their daily lives. It's like flickers of film. They're not aware of you or her, by all accounts. And they just seem to be drawn to the power of either the stones or the hut itself. And she goes inside without casting any glances back behind, assuming you're following her. Or knowing you are.
Follow.
One of the two. And yeah, inside is very much priestly chambers. It's fairly sparse. There's large sections of the floor that have been stained with what is probably blood. There are ritual tools clean and hung up in one corner. A makeshift kitchen, very separate from another table close to the ritual tools, with an obviously different purpose. But there are seats, decently carved wooden seats, and no fire at all in here, so it is slightly chilly. But she gestures to a chair and she sits opposite, managing to look regal even in this squat building on a half-assed wooden chair.
He'll sit where he was kind of motioned to do so.
Okay. She says, I am Raikri. I will type that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Your name?
Hildreth.
And why have you entered my realm, Hildreth?
My friends came this way, and I decided to follow.
I see.
It seemed more appropriate than staying with the others I was spending time with.
Adventures are good for the soul. Can I have the
Only
rock you...
contemplation.
Go ahead.
Only contemplation is known to bring one enlightenment.
And she laughs a little. Perhaps. But we have to be mindful of the body as well, don't we?
Perhaps.
Can I have the stone you carry?
I'm sorry that squeak broke me.
My Moogle? It's one of the spirits. Don't worry about it. Oh no, he's back.
I'm sorry, what did she say about stone?
She wants it. She would like to know if she could have the stone.
Does Hildreth still have the hagstone?
Yeah.
In possession?
Yeah,
Okay,
you took it with you.
Yeah, I wasn't certain if he had it or Davynn had it. For some
No, you have it.
Well, he'll hold it up just to be certain and ask, "Do you mean this one?"
Yes. And she holds out a hand.
My more flesh and blood traveling companions need it to halt an infestation at the moment.
Infestation?
I do not think they would be very happy if I were to give it away.
What if I traded you?
What would you trade for it?
Assistance? Information? What do you value most?
Hildreth will look around, kind of take in what's in the chamber, what it consists of.
Yeah, like I said, it is pretty basic. As far as living goes, she's got a very, very basic kitchen, very basic sleeping quarters. The only thing in here that looks to be of any value are her ritual tools, which are hung up on the wall. Those are either brass or gold. It's difficult to tell with the low light, but highly ornate. And look like they would be worth a pretty penny, but she doesn't seem to own anything else of value. She has no books, nothing written. Everything else she owns is pretty basic, copper or iron. Just cooking implements, things like that.
Since you understand who I really am, I'll tell you what I really desire. I need more power.
Yes, you do. I know the infestation that you're hunting. Your friends were here earlier, by the way. I'm not that powerful. She kind of laughs to herself.
I don't mean for the hags.
Oh.
For personal reasons.
Ah. Aren't they one and the same? If I grant you more power, and you assist us with the infestation, you can simply retain the power as payment. Doesn't that sound like a good deal?
I agree.
May I borrow your stone now?
Hildreth will hand it over.
Alright. She takes it and kind of rolls it around in her palm as she crosses the room to the table where the ritual tools are kept. She sets it down in a bowl, just a random bowl, and she selects a knife from the wall. It's got sort of a twisted blade to it. It looks like two blades at the hilt, very slender, that twist up, and as they get closer to the point, they begin to meld until it is one blade at the end. Looks exceedingly sharp. And she brings that over to you, and again, she holds out a hand and nods towards your own palm.
He'll hand over the palm that's not immediately covered in a glove, so his right hand.
Okay. Takes your right hand. She does cut. She doesn't hesitate. She doesn't ask. Her expression never changes. Again, used to, or very familiar for you. She cuts, and you can see the blade itself draws blood up the length of the blade to where the two prongs become more individualized at the hilt, and it sort of collects in a bit of a hollow there on both sides. And she returns over to her table and works quietly for about 10 minutes. You hear a little bit of glass. Every now and again, the light sound of her murmuring to herself. But never turns around and no longer seems to acknowledge your presence. She gets lost in her own project. But when she returns, she turns around. She's got the hackstone in one hand, and she has a small, squat glass jar, in the other. It's got a big cork stopper in it. The hackstone has been absolutely covered in blood. Like it is tinted pink at this point, where it was a gray pebble before. So she comes back to your side and sits down. She hands you back the hackstone first, and says, "I can't break that magic. Too strong, too old. Have changed it, however. Instead of being able to just watch you, you will now be able to find her. At least the closest her." And then she hands you the jar. This This is power. All you have to add to it, the only thing you have to add to it, is a bit of the hag's essence. Hair, fingernail, blood. You understand. Just a snippet. Add it to the jar. Let the jar sit in the dark for a night. It'll change yellow when it's done. Add 3 drops of your own blood at that point. When it turns back to black, drink it. And power will be yours.
I thank you for this gift.
I am purchasing something. That creature has been a blight on this landscape for far too long. She upsets the balance. She needs to be removed some way, either convinced to leave, or more traditional methods. I trust that you can do it.
I'll defer to your expertise on the subject over that of the druids.
She heaves, yeah, so she heaves a sigh, she makes a face, she spits on the ground. Damned fools are in league with her. It'd be better for them, too, although I'm not anxious to grant them any boons, I suppose. Every now and again, we can help them incidentally. They should never have dealt with her in the first place. But they are only druids. She spits again. Now, again, so she presses both of these things into your hands and she closes your fingers around the hackstone. I want you to think very hard about finding your hag.
About?
Finding your hag.
No, in that case, Hildreth will close his eyes and think really hard about all the different ways he can completely eviscerate and destroy a hag.
Wonderful.
And he's thought about ending monsters in some pretty creative ways. So.
Yeah, I imagine so. So as Hildreth is lost in his own fantasies, at the very, very edge of his hearing, you can hear Raikri's voice very softly, barely penetrating, saying, "Keep them shut." And there is a rush of what smells overwhelmingly like smoke, just campfire smoke. And then there's a bite of cold air, like you just, opened up an industrial freezer. It just hit you square in the face, and the air goes from feeling dry and normal and sort of homey into wet and freezing and miserable, with a biting gale that cuts down your neck as you grasp your new treasures in your hand, and you become dimly aware of the crunch of snow under your feet and the babble of your compatriots off at the very edge of hearing.
I take it by compatriots you mean...
Yes, your flesh and blood ones. Yes.
Mr. I come from Potato Land.
Yes. Yes. The rest of the crew. So we will pop back over to them, and we can...
Hildreth will heave a heavy sigh, feel like he's been thrown back out into the cold, more figuratively than literally.
Yes.
And he'll wait a few seconds before opening his eyes and following the sound of their voice.
All right. We'll go back to the group and we'll get this party started. Hello.
Hello.
Twinki died.
Hey,
Hi.
Oh, did he die?
Yeah,
always.
always. Always and forever. There was a Moogle. There was. That was my fault. Sorry.
It broke me. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. There was a Moogle. It was a text, okay? It was Sin saying he couldn't make it. It was a sad Moogle. Okay, so Hildreth has finished his baby adventure and has arrived in front of the cave face where we left off in our previous adventure. Since we didn't start the normal way, quick housekeeping notes: Sin is not here, Noel is not here, and of course Nexus Extended not here. And we are picking up in front of the tri-cave face set into the mountain, where a hag threw a human heart at your head in the previous adventure. Huzzah.
And Lana can see through time and space.
Oh yeah, Lana's got true seeing. Let me give you control. Michael. Okay. You now have control of Lana. As far as I know,
So I do.
Yes, your character sheets should be the same as when we left off. Some abilities were used. There has been no rest taken.
Yes.
So
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Oh god, no. All of these spells
Yeah.
were used.
She burned quite a few at the end of our last adventure. So
Be okay.
it'll be alright. Okay. So now that we're mostly all together, as all together as we're gonna be, I'll let you guys pick up. Hildreth, you have appeared appeared in front of the Tri-Face Cave.
Here I am.
Everyone is here, obviously, except Lily. And you guys-
Hildreth, where were you?
Kern, who are you talking? What? Oh! How?
I know. Why? How? Where?
It's not important.
No. I think it's very important.
Is it more important than taking care of our hag problem?
No, but also I.
Then let's take care of the hags.
Ha! Okay.
Not done with you, mister. Well, okay.
All right. So, are we headed into the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lana has true seeing, so she's
Yes.
gonna be able to spot magic traps and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, Lana's got true seeing. I believe that's the only effect that was carried over.
Currently,
Yeah.
as far as my two characters right now go.
Yeah, pretty sure that's the only effect that was carried over from last session is Lana's true seeing. Okay, so you guys decided to enter the central cave. Because there were 3. And honestly, it doesn't matter, they all go to the same place anyway. Are we putting on our protection?
I'm not yet.
Oh, okay. Just
Trying to pull up the info and I clicked
checking it out. No problem. Just make sure. That could be important. But yes, you enter the central cave mouth and walk through a fairly short cave, as large and as imposing as this mountain looks from the outside. To your surprise, the cave that you're in, when you get towards the end of it, you only go about 50 feet and you begin to see light again. sunlight specifically. So Lana does not detect any traps of any kind. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This thing doesn't leave tracks, which is gonna make it really annoying to follow.
That is true. Coming out the other cave mouth, you can see you've got left and right there as well, so it didn't matter which way you went, it was all going the same direction. And you are now standing in what appears to be a somewhat sheltered valley that might have been covered in an avalanche at one point, given the amount of rocks that are surrounding it. Large portions of the building have been collapsed by rock, but what remains is a fairly large stone temple from the looks of things. You're standing on
Is it dedicated
ground.
to like any sort of any normal gods, or is it
There looked like there was some statuary in this sort of front courtyard where you're now standing, but whomever it was, it's been either destroyed by rockfall, so that it's difficult to identify, or the faces have been worn away by the wind. This temple is very old. The stone, you can, even from here, you can see that the doorways have been exposed to the elements for a very long time. Everything is very rounded and very worn down, very worn away. Even the mosaics under your feet have been worn to the point where any reliefs in them are incredibly difficult to decipher. There is snow here, but it's much less than on the other side of the caves. There's some accumulation and there are drifts here and there, but most of it looks like it gets blown up and out of the valley at a pretty rapid clip. So everything's got a light dusting of snow to it, but not enough to impact travel. There's only one remaining entrance to this temple that is dead ahead. It's fairly sizable. You could ride a wagon through it. And it looks from the outside like large portions of the ceiling has collapsed in, but there are some other portions that are intact. Some of the upper towers are intact still.
One way forward, I guess.
Yeah. Is there any signs of traffic in and out of the temple?
There are some evidence of movement. Again, it's difficult with the high wind because footsteps don't stay too long. But the places where the snow is deeper, I'll let you roll a perception check.
This is my jam.
I know.
I won't bother helping.
You blew your crit. You're done.
Oh? You say that now, but
yeah,
what happens when
I
I
know.
do this?
Yeah, no. In some of the larger snowdrifts, you can see where there has been movement and recent movement. You can see a very singular hole, like a pole that's been pushed into some of the drifts, like someone has a walking stick or a broomstick or something to that effect, staff, that's been pushed in, a shepherd's crook maybe, and other places where there have been large amounts of traffic, places where the stone has been driven down pretty deeply and rutted pretty deeply. So yeah, it looks like the place might not be totally abandoned, and there is some level of activity of not just one but multiple creatures.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right.
What do you see?
Oh, we're definitely not alone here.
Oh, I gathered that much already.
But it's not just the one that we saw.
I thought we already knew that already too.
No, but I was hoping.
How many more are we talking?
Not the best, but I see track. So somewhere between 2 and a fuck ton.
Yeah, exactly.
Would Lana's bardic knowledge cover hag social structures?
I will let I will let her roll Arcana on that. Okay.
Hey.
That's good. Hey, bardic knowledge, babe. Hag social structures. Hags are generally solitary creatures. There are such things as hag covens, where several hags will make pacts with one another for greater power, but even so, they generally do not share layers. They will have minions, they can have servitors, human and non. They will sometimes kidnap children and raise them as their own. So they're okay with other people, but they generally don't like living with other hags. But that's a very general kind of rule. Hags are very into their own hierarchy, and they don't like to share power. So it's kind of like there can only be one queen bee kind of thing. So if there are two hags in this location, it would be extremely unusual.
So according to that, these tracks are probably not hag tracks. And plus that hag didn't leave tracks anyways.
Yeah.
Kern, you always sound so concerned.
Somebody has to be.
I know, but I just want to point out that we've been concerned before and we've come out more or less okay.
I know. But just because, you jump off a bridge once and survive doesn't mean that it's going to happen every time.
That's a very
that a-
strange analogy.
I was gonna say, is that a sailor expression?
Yes.
All right.
We proceed cautiously.
Okay. Cautiously. All right. I will pull.
Between True Seeing and Lighthouse, we should be alright.
All right. I will pull up our visual aid of the session. This is just a visual aid.
Hooray.
I don't want anyone to be concerned.
It's the opposite of a visual aid.
If
Good
you
God, 1 inch by 1 inch grids!
if you'd like to pull your tokens onto the visual aid at this point over here, this is the entry point.
You
can't make me.
But I can.
There's a consensus here. I can
But
feel
I
it.
can. Yes, this is your entry. So you walk into the doorway, and you're greeted with, and still very, very cold. The wind is not quite as bad, but you can still feel it blowing through. The old stone is frost covered and extremely old. Yeah, you can see all of it. I don't care. I mean, you're gonna...
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're gonna investigate all of it anyway, so... Like,
I don't like it when the DM's like, yeah, I don't care if you see all my secrets. Doesn't
No.
really help you none.
no, that's fine. No, these aren't secrets. It's map. It's just map. It's fine. Don't worry. Nothing bad will happen in here. So, yes, the walls are very, very old. You can see the floor has been highly decorated. There are lots of mosaics. The walls at one point did have reliefs that had been carved into them that have been worn away over the centuries. The doorways are fairly small. They are just big enough for one person, but they are human-sized, so about 6 foot tall. And you can see straight forward. This ceiling here is completely gone, given the amount of sunlight that is pouring through. And you can see that there is at least one, if not two chairs. And this guy here is actually a standing like a bird bath style.
A giant baptismal
Pretty
fount.
sure. Yeah, like a big font. Again, pain meds. My grasp of the English language is awesome today. Yeah, I'm getting to that. This area here is all covered, so it's a little darker. But you can see little bits of light that peek through. There's a weird red light coming from this location, and then little bits of again flickering light that indicates to you that it's probably candlelight or firelight as opposed to sunlight. There are also people that look like they have been frozen in various positions, and that's what these little guys are right here. That's what these symbols indicate. Some, at least the one that you can see here and the one that you can kind of see there, they're in fairly natural poses, but they appear to be completely frozen solid, to the point where they have icicles hanging from elbows and fingertips and chin. They are fully clothed under the ice, as best you can tell. And yeah, they
do they look like they were like particular people, or do they look like standard like villagers?
The ones that you can see, the two that you can see on hand, appear to be villagers. They appear to be young adults. Their type of clothing is very rugged, and they would be very at home in Soulskin. They're very foresty, very mountain folk, very basic sort of tradespeople style clothing. They don't appear to have weapons under the ice at all.
Ah, that's concerning.
Yeah.
Maybe let's check by the firelight first.
You guys
Yeah.
tell me where you want to go.
Do we want to just go like room by room to make sure people aren't going to be sneaking up on us from behind?
Yeah.
So, top room, bottom room, top room, and then start making our way this way.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
I'm going to do a breadth first tree search.
A what?
That's nerd talk.
I couldn't hear you because you were chopping out, but I got what you were talking about.
I didn't. What did you say?
Breadth first
Oh.
tree search.
I see. Okay, I'm with you. I thought you said breath, like breathing.
That's why I thought it was like, why is he taking a breath?
Yeah, I was like, what are we breathing on? And oh no, okay, I get it now. All right, so you're
We
starting
need
with.
to breathe before we.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What are we breathing on? I mean, you can see your breath.
Everybody all together now. Let's take one
Yeah.
deep breath.
Big puff
Speak
of.
wise.
Yes. You can see your breath in here, though. It is fairly chilly. So we're starting with this southern
I
room
will
here.
bundle.
Yeah, we'll start there.
Okay.
Yep.
Very small room. Not much light in here. So what you're getting is mostly a very shadowy, stuffed room. This appears to be some sort of coat room or extended closet. The walls are lined with cloaks and what looks like fur, either fur lined or just full on fur coats, all the way around all four walls, excluding the doorway, of course. In the center, there is a like a dressmaker's mannequin. And
no, that's creepy as hell.
yeah, and on the mannequin is a remarkably beautiful gown, very deep red markings that sort of claw its way up the blue fabric. It looks like perhaps handprints starting at the hem and making its way up to about mid-bodice. The dress itself is sort of a peacock blue, as far as you can tell. Heavily beaded, long-sleeved. It would definitely be a noblewoman's gown, marred only by the stiffened, bloody handprints that seem to go at least across the front, all the way up to that mid-bodice point.
The doll itself is creepy. Now
The dress does look nice, but yes, creepy doll.
So when we're like going through these rooms,
Mhm.
think like some a bit more heavily armored and have more hit points. I'll like peek my head around first, and then once we don't have, like a fireball go off in my face, Lana will go around and like make sure that there's no illusions or anything
Right.
in the room.
We do have a paladin.
We do. We do have a paladin.
Which is why he should be within 10 feet of all of us.
Yes, he will be within 10 feet of all of you at all times. Yes.
Hooray.
Yes, for those bonuses. Just in case. Kern, you can make a perception check on your head poke.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, I'm not gonna bother with that one.
And you hear the very definite sound of a rat. You can hear the sound of fabric brushing against itself, and the rather distinctive sound of claws on stone. There sounds like there's a rat inside this room somewhere
Lana can call it.
that you can't see specifically, but you can hear it. And
But she has the pipes of the sewer. which
she does
means
have
that
pipes
she's
of the
Lord
sewers. Yes.
Okay.
Squish rat. I don't know if
I got 10
Silent.
bucks. You can make Silent be a rat lover this game. Love on everything. When he comes back, he'll have an army of rats just following him, and like, you're a favorite, yeah.
Oh my
He'll don't know what
god.
to do with himself.
No, it'll be awful. He will sequester himself inside his helmet and never come out again. Lana will be able to detect a bit of magic in this room. So it's an invisible trinket that's actually been chained onto the dress. Not chain as in heavy chains, but like a very thin jewelry chain is around the doll or the dress mannequin's neck, but it was invisible.
According to Noel, her game plan was to touch all the things, so Lana will go grab that chain.
All right, so she grabs the
She
chain.
would.
At the end of the chain, there is a ring. It's a fairly simple copper ring. It does have arcane writing on the outside. Yeah. So she can nab it, and when she nabs it, it becomes visible for all. It loses its invisibility.
Does taking this thing off affect the dress in any?
It doesn't appear to. Dress does not move. There doesn't seem to be any perceptible change in the room. No.
Detect magic from Davynn as a ritual.
Detect magic. So Davynn stares at this thing for 10 minutes. And it is indeed magic.
Well, I figured that much. I just wanted to get an idea of what it might do.
The school is tricksy because hag magic is not the same as regular magic. It's kind of tainted. But let's see. You can learn at School of Magic. Yeah. You think it's an abjuration spell, but you're not 100% confident.
Right. Well, I believe that's going in the bag is how Noel would say it.
In the bag it goes.
For later.
For later. All right. Okay.
Unless Alex wants to identify it.
He could.
Yeah,
I forget what the resource cost for that is.
He has
I think it's
identify.
just a number of times.
Yeah, he has identify as a ritual. I don't think it costs him
Oh,
any
okay.
components to do.
Cool,
Well-
but he should have done that instead of me doing detect magic.
Well,
Well, we'll figure that out.
he only has so
Later.
many per day, but yeah.
Cool. Let's check out the northern room.
Northern room. This room is it's kind of a sitting room, kind of a parlor. It does have a fire brazier towards the back in between these two chairs, but there's nothing in it. It's not lit at all. There is a hole in the ceiling in this corner that provides a little bit of sunlight. The statue in the center of the room is in a pose. Again, it looks like a villager, but the pose is yes, there's the sun. The pose looks like someone who might have been carrying a basket or something. They have no basket in their hand, but that's the pose that they're in. There was at one point other furniture in this room. You can see the remnants of it have been left in this corner, stacked neatly. It's a busted table. Looks like someone took a mace to it. It's the top is kind of splintered in, and that's been set off to one side, and then the legs have been piled neatly next to it as if someone's intending to repair it. This chair is just a standard sort of wooden chair. It's got a light dusting of snow on it since it's directly under the hole. This chair is a little bigger. It's more of a big armchair kind of thing. It's not really padded though. And in the center of it is a good-sized black cat that is curled up and apparently asleep.
Should we try to interact with this animal?
Hildreth, being incredibly paranoid, will pick up the hagstone and peep at that cat.
Peep at the cat. Okay. It doesn't ping as a hag. Yeah.
Okay. No cat hag.
I wish we had a droid again. Should we poke it? Or
I like the
Just make a loud noise and see if it wakes up. Nah. No, it'll... I can't imagine we're being all that stealthy.
We do have 2 clanks.
Do we just want to try to wake?
hello, cat friend, maybe? Hi.
I'll cautiously reach out a hand to pat its head.
Pat its head. Okay. It feels like a cat. It feels, furry and somewhat warm. Its tail flicks and an ear flicks. You notice that the chair is covered in writing, like both the arms, but it's really, really faint. It's been done with a piece of chalk, and that chalk has been jammed into the corner of the arm and the back of the chair, so it's sitting in that little crook.
What does the writing say?
It's been mostly blown away because it's so close to the hole, but it looks almost like graffiti, like somebody has been, but all the words are short, like they're not a story or anything. They look like maybe names or a grocery list or something to that effect. They're just sort of random words, but they look like names almost.
Huh.
Anything pinging is magic.
Well, everything in here kind of pings as magic. It's just, like I said, because it is hag magic, it's hard to tell what's just the hag. The chalk does have a ping to it. Yeah.
My what?
The chalk. The chalk seems to be actively magical. Everything else has a more of a residue to it, but the chalk is an actively magical piece.
I will try to grab the chalk without disturbing the cat too much.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Oh, okay.
Hey! All right. Chalk acquired.
As Noel would say, that's going in the bag.
Yep. Chalk acquired. So as you lean forward to nab this bit of chalk, you can see stuffed behind the chair, there's a stack of letters. Some are rolled up and tied with a ribbon, and others are laid flat, but they're sort of jammed into the space between the chair and the wall.
Yep, we're taking those two.
Yep.
Okay.
Also gonna grab those.
All right, grabbing
Excuse
those.
me, kitty.
I'll read through them.
You just stand there and
Skim.
read through them? Okay.
So, can we understand what the writing on the chair is?
Like I said, it looks mostly like names. Some of them look very basic, but because it is chalk and because it's right under the hole, most of it's been blown away. So you don't have a complete understanding of all the letters. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's a coherent sentence or anything. It just looks like very short names.
Hildreth will kind of read some of the names aloud and see if the cat responds to any of them.
Okay. Make an intelligence roll just to sort of noodle out what you're reading.
That's a save. Kind of
Well,
same
same thing.
If anything, that'd be worse. Yeah. It's
So-
just as bad.
So Hildreth is trying to wrap his mind around some of these names to see if the cat responds. It responds to your voice, like the tip of his tail twitches, but he doesn't lift its head or in any other way seem to be responding specifically to anything other than the fact that you're talking to it or talking in general. Davynn, I don't think you speak the language that these letters are in. I will double check your...
I got Draconic, Halfling, Elven, Celestial.
Yeah, no.
I'll pass them around to see if anybody does.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, no.
I can
Yeah.
pretend.
Hildreth, let me see. Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think anyone has the ability to... I take that back. No one in the party has the ability to read these letters.
Okay, well, also in the bag.
In the bag.
Keep on going.
Okay.
Yeah. But we will show the papers to just kind of get a general idea of these letters between people.
Yes. Yeah, it seems to be informal correspondence. Just by the general sort of flow of it. They're all handwritten. Some of them are fairly old. The paper's ripped and faded at the edge. But yes, whatever it is, it seems to be an informal letter of some type. There's no official seal or anything like that on there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, I feel like time is kind of the essence while Mana can still see everything. So we'll gather stuff and then look at it later if that's alright with everybody.
This seems to be efficient.
Sounds good. Let's go to the next room.
Okay.
This is the fire.
Top left.
This
This is
one?
the firelight room.
Yeah, that's the one with the red light inside. Peeking inside, there's a very obvious table. And the very obvious table has a wide variety of tools that are on it. There is a light coating of snow at the foot of the door here, but it doesn't translate to the rest of the room. So most everything in here is fairly snow-free. All the tools laid across the table are things like small knives, tweezers, very fine, delicate jeweler-style tools. Lining the walls are pinned, insects, quote unquote. There are large framed pin boards with what are probably insects, but don't really match anything that you personally have run into. They seem to be larger, twisted versions of things that you might run into. They are certainly sizable. In the corner here is another one of our statues, and this statue is holding out a lantern, quote unquote. He's actually holding it in his hand, arm extended. Hanging from his hand is a cage, and inside the cage there is a large, it looks like a dragonfly, but it is emitting the red light that you're seeing. And it is...
it's a dragon firefly.
Yeah.
Fire dragon.
Yeah, it looks like a dragonfly, but it glows like a glowfly, a firefly, but it glows red. And it's casting a red light throughout the whole room. Up above the table specifically, it looks like there are butterfly boxes hanging on the wall, but they do look bizarre as well from your perspective. Kern, I'll give you a perception check if you would like one.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
I figured. Oh, well, no. Not from that distance anyway.
I can help with that one.
Can you? Kinda.
But Lana can help, maybe.
Oh gosh.
What?
No, I'm just.
Okay, I thought you were.
I was unintentional.
Okay.
That's Lana.
Man. Yeah, from the door, you're not really able to see what's across the room. Especially in the red light.
It's like a photo developing room.
Yeah, it does. It looks very much like a dark room.
The bug is still alive, the fire dragonfly?
Yeah, it seems to be fine. It's just the cage is large enough. Like it's not much larger than a standard dragonfly. So the cage isn't super large. It's a little larger than a cricket cage. But it seems to be fine. You can see it inside the bars. It's buzzing. Its wings are moving. It seems to be behaving normally, you suppose. Yeah, it seems to be just fine. It's not startled or upset, or it's just hanging out.
You would think that if these guys were frozen here for a while, nobody would have been able to feed that bug.
Yeah.
It's like they got all flash frozen in the middle of whatever they were doing, and it doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Or it's a magic bug.
Oh, and we saw that hag doing stuff. Or no, that was just an illusion. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And only Noel saw the hag throw a heart at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw like somebody else like tied to the
Yeah.
but he wasn't real.
Yeah.
No, that was a real person, right?
Yeah, that was a real person. Yeah, that was a dead guy. You guys just didn't see. You didn't see the hag kill the guy.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
Noel saw that because Noel had true seeing at the time.
Yay.
Huzzah! All right. What would we like to do?
Go poke the bug.
You gotta go poke the bug.
Yeah, we're gonna investigate.
All right. Who's going first? Kern's gonna go first. All right, Kern.
Okay, that works.
Now that you are inside the room, Kern, you can see along the
I'm not inside the room. I'm outside the map.
along the back wall above the table. What looked like butterflies are actually pig's ears. that have been flattened and arranged inside butterfly boxes to look like a butterfly collection.
Are they like those bluish pig ears?
Some are blue, some are pink, some are red, some are gold.
Some are new.
There is a pair of pig ears on the table, waiting to become butterflies.
Oh no.
And they are pink on the inside.
That's a thing. Usually people just get normal butterflies. They're less expensive.
Yeah.
Or not less expensive, but actually I don't know. I've never tried to buy a butterfly.
Lana, is anything in here illusion?
No, nothing in there. It's an illusion, unfortunately. It is all what it looks like.
Does the bug, like, it looks alive, but does it
Yeah.
look like it's lethargic at all? Or
No.
like it's hungry, anything along those lines?
Well, I don't know how a bug looks hungry, but it seems to be full of energy. It responds to the movement in the room when you guys enter the room. It buzzes up. If you approach it, it goes towards that wall of the cage. It seems very responsive. Seems very alert.
I'm gonna try covering the light that it's producing to see if it changes anything in the room.
Covering the light. Okay.
I'll hold a pot over it.
Okay. We put a pot. So you put a pot, killing the dark room effect, and everything looks the same as best you can tell. It is now just dark.
Okay.
Okay. All the concerning thing here is the pig ears.
Yeah. Do we want to leave the bug in here for right now and then come back for it later?
Yeah, I don't know if we could put that one in the bag.
Yeah.
Just like the
Because, yeah.
Alright. To the south?
All right. Doing
Well,
this
this.
one
assuming
right
that
here.
there's like no papers and the only stuff on here is like not
Yeah, it's
jewels,
all
but, like,
tools. There's no books, there's no correspondence, there's nothing like that. It's all just tools and refuse from the boxes, butterfly boxes.
Before we check out the next room,
Uh-huh.
Twinki has to take care of something, so Hildreth is going to go study the chalk marks on the chair and see if we can figure that out on the way.
Okay. All right. So
That's my
Hildreth.
excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Hildreth is playing with the kitty. This room is a very small library. Again, it does have a statue. This statue has been placed in the position. You can see where the ice has maybe been broken and reformed. It's thicker around the knees and the elbows, where it has been positioned into a book reading while standing, and someone has placed an actual book open in its hands as if it is reading. The rest of the walls are lined with bookshelves. They're dusted and snow-free, but there's no active light in here. So all you're getting is the cast-off light from the hallway.
What's the book that's in the statue's hands, lap, wherever?
Hands. It's holding onto it in its hands as it stands. It doesn't seem to be a purchase book. It looks like somebody's diary. You can certainly read it if you would like. There
I would like.
Invasion of our privacy is our specialty.
Okay. It is in common. Flipping through it, it's judging by the language and sort of the writing style and the dotting the I's with little hearts. The owner of this diary is a preteen to early teenage girl. And as you read through this section of her diary, the one that it's open to, she starts to talk about having nightmares. At first, it's a random passage here and there in an otherwise fairly mundane life. Her parents are millers, so she works in the mill. She apparently lives in a fairly rural area or a small town. She talks about her 2 best friends. She talks about the boy she has a crush on. It's, fairly standard sort of life, but every now and again there'll be a passage about a nasty headache that she can't shake for a few days, or she'll have a particularly vivid dream and wake up afraid. And flipping through...
Is there a section in there talking about how happy she is about her upcoming 13th birthday?
Not necessarily her birthday, but yeah. As the entries progress, her nightmares become more frequent. The headache becomes an almost perpetual thing, leaving her virtually crippled for days at a time. And then she begins to notice physical changes to herself. Her skin has begun to turn gray, and she skinned her knee and it never healed. And these other small changes that become more permanent and more aggressive, and it ends with her last passage talking about how her mom made her favorite supper that evening, but she was too sick to eat it, and she went to bed that night, and all she could think about was how fine her mother would have tasted in that stew instead.
No.
Does the person reading this book look like they fit the age range and description?
No. The statue holding the book is easily 45 years old, male. Someone has placed a mockery of glasses upon him. They've taken some wire and bent it in the shape of glasses. There's no actual glass in there, though. It's just the frame. Kern,
She's fucking with us, Davynn.
Why don't you
Fucking
make a
with us.
perception check
I got that much already, yes.
for fun?
Karen, would you like to do the honors?
Make a perception
Yes.
check. Oh dear.
Yeah!
All right.
Get all those nat 20s out.
Tucked in between the various shelves, and sometimes even on the shelves, are small portraits, hand-painted portraits. You kind of have to look for them, though. They're not overly large, and like I said, some of them are actually on the shelves in between sections of books. But Kern, as you wander through, looking at things, as Davynn regales you with the diary tale, you notice something odd. First, there is the constant sound of insect buzzing in this room. It reminds you of bee boxes from back home. It's just constant and it never stops. And it doesn't seem to be coming from any particular location. It's just echoing through the room, and you didn't notice it from the outside. That's first of all. Second of all, since you got a critical success here, one of the portraits draws your eye, and as you get closer to it, although it's not overly large, now we're talking, like an 8 by 11 sort of thing, you recognize it as your own face, but add 35 years of really hard living. Hair faded. You have either lost an eye or have gained a scar that has made that eye impossible to open. You have other obviously healed poorly injuries that mark the bottom of your jaw, top of your neck. Stubble of a beard, kind of roomy eye, at least the one that's open. The burst blood vessels of nose and cheek that indicate some hard drinking later in life. Eyes faded.
But what about the hair?
Faded. No, hair's faded. Like, hair is faded and turning gray, but not in a sexy way. Yeah. It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
I think I might have been startled by it. at first, but then it's like Davynn's reading all this. I'm like, they're just trying to fuck with us. This isn't real. It's not real.
So you set down the
What do you
portrait.
see? If I look at the portrait, do I see the same thing? Kern?
Yes. Yes, if you look at the portrait that Kern is fixated on, yes, you see the exact same image.
I think this is
I
when
don't like that future Kern.
me neither. I think this is when we're gonna call in Lana to look around to see.
Look for illusions. Alright. Have Lana roll a perception too. And she doesn't see any illusions. First and foremost. Okay.
That's Lana.
Alright. Lana, though, as she is scanning for illusions, finds her own portrait. Across the wall, or across the room from yours. Stuck on the wall here, just beyond where Davynn was reading. Sandwiched in between two bookcases. And finds very much the same thing. An older Lana, heavily wrinkled, skin faded, patchy and gray. She's lost most of the color in her skin. Lips cracked like she
Isn't her
hasn't
skin
drunk
already
for
gray?
days. It is, but it's like gray and sloughing off. Like she's gone paler. She's gone almost ash.
What? That one was for Lana. Was for Davynn.
Okay.
But somehow it put out as Lana.
Oh well. Your portrait is in here too. As is Hildreth's and Lily's and Xylan's.
So,
I don't like this future me.
is there also, now that we're looking at it, is there one of Xylan
Yes.
and Hildreth as well?
Yes, Xylan and Hildreth have portraits as well.
Is there one for Lily?
There is one for Lily.
Oh no, this is bad, guys.
Lily's, unlike the others, which show not so great futures for all of you, Hildreth, you have obviously been through battle as well. You have massive damage to your throat, like just under your jaw, because again, these are only like bust style portraits. So all you can see is your jaw. You seem to be missing a chunk of it from the joint to about where your canine tooth would be on the lower side. Yeah, missing a good chunk of your jaw. Your neck looks like it might have been ripped out and badly healed. You aren't looking too great yourself. Davynn.
Well, it doesn't look pleasant.
No.
But if we were alive long enough to get these portraits taken off of us, it can't be that bad.
That's true.
I don't think these are real.
How
I
dare
hope they're
you?
not real.
But it is kind of upsetting that there is a portrait for Lily.
Well, there is and there isn't. Lily is there. Lily, however, doesn't look much older than she was last time you saw her. She does look definitely paler, however. That probably has to do with the fact that this is a funeral portrait, like they would take in Victorian times. Her eyes are closed. She has been done up poorly. Whatever cosmetics were used on her were not applied very well and have given her this real patchy, uneven appearance. There are bits of rot at the corner of her eyes and the corner of one mouth. And her hair is pretty much gone at this point.
Does anybody else hear the buzzing in here?
Yes.
No? Should we leave?
One more thing before we head back out. Is there any sort of like unifying theme in the books around here? Like just reading the spines?
No, there's a lot of different languages. Quite a few of them you're not sure what they are.
Yeah.
but it seems to be fairly eclectic. If there's a rhyme or reason to it, it's not one that's obvious to you. It's a mix of obviously handwritten books, very similar to the one that's in the statue, and ones that were actually published and bought at a bookseller according to the stamps on the inside. So yeah, the collection is eclectic and meticulously cared for, but there's really no rhyme or reason to it. There's quite a few.
Yeah, I was just trying to get an idea.
Though. Yeah, it's it doesn't look much different than any other small library. Just somebody with a little bit of money and some odd tastes. You know, there's books on history, there's books on the area, there's books on butterflies, there's books on animal husbandry and agriculture. There's a lot of recipe books, and then there are quite a few handwritten ones. You want a recipe book?
I'm gonna pick out a recipe book and see if it like talks about like how to best cook people.
Yeah, how to serve man.
Yeah.
No, the few recipe books that are in common, that are easy for you to understand, they are all focused around sweets. They're all baking and like candy making. They're all focused on sugar.
Okay, that was gonna be my second guess.
Is this some little girl who just turned into a hag or something?
Yeah.
Or made a deal with the hag?
Out of character, I fucking love hags. They're like my favorite monsters ever. So I'm having a real hard time just like holding back.
It's great. I know, it's wonderful. I love designing hag layers because you can just put the weirdest shit in them.
Yeah.
It looks like to me that somebody's been playing dolls with all these bodies.
Yeah.
Let's keep on moving. Let's go down.
Okay.
South.
So, just a quick thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, knowing all this stuff now, like, thinking about, like, the doll with the creepy dress on there.
Mm-hmm.
Was the dress, like, sized for, like, a 13 or
No.
teenage
No.
girl-ish?
Both the mannequin and the dress itself would have been for an adult human-ish woman, humanoid woman. No, it was definitely a proper lady's dress.
Okay. Cool. Do we want to head down? Down. And then hit up this big thing last?
Yeah, let's do down.
Okay.
Alright. Cool.
Wander down to the next room. Speaking of dolls.
Oh no.
First off, this again, you remember both the doorways and the hallways are fairly narrow. These are just large enough that two of you will fit across. So that makes them slightly larger than the rest of the doorways that you've encountered. But even so, it is still fairly narrow, and the rooms are fairly small. This room, however, is larger than the most and seems a little more open. You can hear quite plainly the squeals of the pigs. And you can see, obviously, there are several doorways that lead from here. This statue, however, is blocking half of this doorway. Seems to have been placed conspicuously to guard the door. It has been given not necessarily a spear, but a long rod, a long pole, which it holds out as if it would have a counterpart on the other half to block the entrance. It doesn't have a counterpart on the other half, however. It simply stands in front of the door and blocks half of it, so you sort of have to duck under it to get inside the room. Inside the rest of the room...
will do that.
Okay.
Uncomfortably.
Yeah, it is. You do have to basically rub up against it to get into this room. Yeah, this room is interesting. In addition to the second statue here, and again, this statue is this guy's counterpart. He has the other pole where he is half blocking this hallway. facing the wrong direction, of course. But there are several full-sized figures in this room. There's about a half dozen of them, paired off. And these are not ice statues like the others. They seem to be more voodoo doll or scarecrow style. They are stitched of leather and stuffed taxidermy style. They are in mock battle with one another. Some of them have leather armor, some of them have half-assed half plate, some of them have bits and pieces of different styles of armor, and they've all been very particularly posed so that they are doing battle, and they've even been given weapons. They're rusty, crappy weapons, but they are indeed weapons. And all along the wall, watching, so in this corner here, and this corner here, and along this little half wall here, are other dolls, more normal sized dolls, like children's sized dolls. Some of them are patchwork and homemade, others are fairly old and professionally made, and some of them are just toys. They're little wooden trains and just odd little stuffed animals. Some are damaged and some look completely brand new, but they've all been arranged as sort of an audience to this grand battle that is unfolding before them. One of the fighters in the room has a very elaborate paper hat. Like someone took a massive piece of paper and folded it origami style, so it has an elaborate tri-corner hat that it wears, and it's the only one that has anything like this. We don't know why he's fancy. He's just particularly fancy. And they're all men. All the dolls are men.
Okay.
All the fighters are men, I should say. Above each of these doorways, this doorway here and this doorway here, human bones have been shaped to form like little archways. Two skeletons, so the upper half of the torso and the skull, and at least one arm on each. And they sort of join hands in the center of these doorways and provide a little archway to mark them. Yeah. And that's that room.
I was gonna see if like any of the combatants were like really bad replicas of us.
Okay,
but...
perception check. Okay. Of the 6 combatants who are fighting, one of them looks a lot like Yanan. A lot like Yanan. Obviously shorter hairstyle. But the face is pretty spot on, and it does wear a symbol of Lurinel around its throat.
Does it have, is that one with the fancy hat?
The one with the fancy hat, he looks very, very, very familiar. It's Captain Tuesday. No, Captain Tuesday! Davynn and Lana would be the only ones, I think, who were there at the time. Hildreth was there at the time. So one of you roll an intelligence check.
Okay. That
Lana.
Lana.
Was that Lana? Okay. Lana remembers then. The one with the fancy hat looks like the town guard that you ran into when you got to Soulskin. Spiff?
Oh.
Looks a lot like him, like down to the armor. Looks a lot like him. And then two of the combatants you don't recognize at all. The other 2 are indeed replicas of members of the party. One of them looks very much like Davynn. Davynn without his cape. If you look very closely, you can even see the scale pattern that has been stitched lightly into the neck and the top of the arm that just peeks out from the leather armor that it wears. Like someone took the time to actually take blue thread and very lightly stitch the outline of scales on that doll.
How does she know about those?
And the other one is Xylan. Xylan without his helmet.
Which we don't even know how that looks anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what Xylan's face looks like without the helmet anymore, but it is Xylan. Absolutely Xylan. His hair is completely different though. In his doll, his hair isn't silver, it's dark. You got dark hair and a more manageable style than you're used to. That is definitely Xylan.
Well, did you used to have dark hair?
Wom, 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 wom. This guy's helmet on.
Oh well.
That rules out one possibility. I was thinking that this was a pit of everybody who worked for the hags, but I promise I'm not a hag servant. I'm pretty sure I'm not.
I go up and poke the Davynn statue, like, in the chest. Do you feel that, Davynn?
Ow! Sorry, I don't know if I felt that. I just kind of like naturally thought that I should say ow because it was me being poked, but not really me.
Yeah, you don't. For the record, you don't feel anything. It is a very unnerving thing to do currently when you push on it, because whatever is stuffing this thing is not straw. Like the way it is, yeah, the way it gives, there is something else in there that is not. It's not straw.
All right. Well, let's keep investigating.
Okay. You gonna poke your head in this room? This is fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's all fine. This room, as you walk under the clasping bone hands above, is a room full of bones. I do mean full of bones. Lining the walls, lining all the walls. There are, and again, it is all bones, though. They are picked clean bones. There's no, yeah, that's the bone room. There's no meat, there's no entrails, there's no blood even. It's a very clean room full of a variety of bones. You can see not an inconsiderable amount of skulls poking out from the different piles. There are several cages that are hung up from the wall. Most of them are empty, except the one in this corner. Bless you. This corner has a, it's a fairly sizable cage, and there is a rat standing up on its hind legs, except it's more like human-ish rat sized, and it wears clothes. And it is squeaking like nobody's business from in its cage on top of its rat pile. Also of note, there's also a large cage in the center of the bone room, sitting as this little oasis in the middle of a sea of tibias and fibulas. And it is a decent sized cage, and inside is the most feral looking goblin you've ever seen. Just like big fangs sticking out and ears half gnawed off. Also dressed in somewhat shabby clothing as he sits in the center of his cage. He's got a little stub of candle in there with him, which casts the only bit of light in here. He has a pipe that he is actively smoking, so the room does smell a little bit like tobacco. It's not overly powerful though. And he has a pair of glasses very similar to the ones that you saw on the statue in the library, except these, judging from the light reflecting off the candle, actually have glass in them. There's also the sound of a pigeon cooing from somewhere. And that's this room.
Well, first we'll get Lana in here to be like, is there anything that's, you know, not real, not old, not normal, aside from
Not
the stuff
normal?
that we are seeing. Aside from the things that we already see.
Not real.
There are no illusions in this room.
Hello?
The
Can you
goblin
understand us? I will say to the rat.
to the rat.
Or the
Yes.
goblin.
Who are you talking to?
Both of them.
Both?
Yeah, we'll
I
talk.
like how Davynn's like, obviously the rat's more intelligent than the goblin's going to be. Let's talk
The
to
rat's
the
very
rat.
glowing. And we've met a intelligent rat before.
It's true. So Davynn's talking to the rat.
No.
The rat is spitting and snarling, and if it has intelligent speech, it's not using it.
What about the goblin?
The goblin,
Looking at-
at the sound of your voice,
Looking judgingly at Davynn. as
yeah,
he talks
takes
to
the
rat.
pipe out of his mouth and seems to be regarding Davynn with some interest before bringing his gaze back to you.
Or you can understand us too.
Oh yeah, I can understand you.
What is this place?
Well, this is the bone room.
I mean,
You also call it the bug room. We kind of decided on that.
No, that's and
That was
he
nice.
sort of waves his clawed hands towards the other walls. That's the only appropriate phrase. He puts a pipe back in his mouth.
you don't seem that surprised or like that agitated that you're in a cage in the middle of a bone room.
Oh no, this is nice here, safe. And he grabs a bar and he rattles it, which again draws your attention to the fact that there's no hinges or lock. It's a solid cage. There does not appear to be an entrance or egress from it.
What do you mean by safe?
Well, there's all sorts of terrible things out there. In here. Take your pick.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't it be safer to just be like outside this entire place?
Oh, no. No. Outside, you freeze to death. In here, safe.
What exactly is this place? Not just this room, but the place that this room is in.
Is there more than just this room?
Oh, do you not know?
Well, I'm sure whatever it is, it's none of my business. This room suits me fine.
Huh. Sorry, I feel like I've been rude. I'm Davynn from Whitfeld, by the way.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. And he gives a name, but he speaks Goblin. So he gives it to you in Goblin. And it sounds like a cross between a hacking cough and somebody punched him in the gut.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pronounce that.
And he just nods and puts his pipe back in his mouth, puffs on it a little bit, goes back to a little book that he's got stashed behind him. Little goblin-sized book.
You also don't seem that surprised to see us here.
Oh, no, I see people all the time.
All the time?
All the time. They bring
What
me...
kind of people? And
Well, people. People. They bring me food. And he points to this little dish, again, goblin-sized. This little plate and cup, and there's a little fork and knife. It's set off in one corner of his cage. All nice and neat. But they bring me candles. He points to his little stubby candle. Books. He holds up his book. Tobacco. Holds up his pipe. All
Do
the
they
time.
ask for anything in return?
They haven't yet.
What are you reading?
And he picks it up and he looks at it. I'm not sure. It's a story about a girl who is almost, at that special age, and she starts to have headaches. I haven't gotten to the end of it yet. I just got to the headache part.
Does it looking at the book now? Does it look like a copy of the journal that we saw before?
It looks handmade. Yeah, the book definitely looks handmade. It is a much smaller version, and there's not a whole lot of light in here, so it's difficult to like read over his shoulder or anything like that. But it does appear to be a handmade book.
Okay. Well,
Do you mind a spoiler?
I
Don't
prefer
ruin his fun.
I prefer not. I like to read to the end.
Okay, well, there's another room outside with a whole bunch more books whenever you finish up with this one. We can show you if you get out of the cage.
Oh, I don't think that'd be a good idea. You're not
And why's that?
the regular group, are you?
what?
No, we're not the regular group. Probably not.
That's highly unfortunate. And he closes his
Why?
book. He dog's ear a page, closes up his book, sets it behind him. Because I have to do this. And he pulls a whistle.
I jump out of the room. And, like, take people away.
So Kern is pulling everybody out of this room. And you hear this little sharp, little trill from a little baby tin whistle.
Wait, hold on.
You have a
Lana
tin
has
whistle?
thing for this.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's her. Yeah.
Now's the time.
Oh no. She does have silence, but I'm not sure if.
It's an action, though.
Yeah, it's
Alright. Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, save the spell slot. Please save the spell slot.
No.
I would like. Let me get Xylan on the board here. I would like all people to please roll initiative on the turn tracker.
What if I just decide I want to go first?
No,
That's what happens. The cops get called on.
that's right. That's what you get. Alright, get everybody within 10
My
feet.
token
Mama
definitely
has-
was selected.
+4 initiative? What?
Yeah, it's an ability check.
Right, that thing.
Alright, I gotta remember how to use this stupid website.
I mean, token selected.
Boop.
To my other one.
Alright, are you at your proper initiative?
Yep.
Alright.
You son of a bitch.
Oh dear. Okay. Alright. Hang on.
So many
oh dear.
That's a good sound.
Okay. Alright. I didn't think I was gonna have to do this, but we're gonna have to do this. I gotta find my other bookmark. I got too many. There we go. That's what I need.
Yay?
Yay! Oh, awesome.
What?
We're definitely doing that. Okay.
What?
No, we're not.
No, we're doing this.
You
We-
explain yourself.
we are-
but in a gentle way.
No,
please.
there's time for gentle is over. Time for gentle is over. What, did you not do what I told you to do? You think?
It's my first hack encounter. Please be gentle.
No. Why is it not doing the thing I told it to do? There you go.
What is that?
There we go.
No.
There we go.
No.
And there we
I
go.
don't like that.
We will put this guy back in his room, though. I don't know why it wasn't letting me activate him, but whatever. Roll 20. Okay. Kern, where are you? Where are you standing officially? I'm gonna move Boomer. Where are you standing officially?
I think as soon as he started
Yeah.
bringing up the whistle, that's when I turned around and tried to tackle everybody out of the room.
Okay, so we're all tackled out of the room.
Alright, yes, everyone is out of the room. And initiative shall begin. So, a glow begins to overtake the bone room, eclipsing the pathetic little candlelight that your goblin friend had, and instead being more of a flickering flame with a mildly green tinge to it. And what comes into view in the door frame as you hear the sound of bone clattering down to the bottom of the pile is a humanoid skull. Skull of an adult man. Adult man, wreathed in green flame, eyes lit with bright red fire. And oh shit is the appropriate response to this entity, especially when they have first initiative.
Oh shit.
Okay. So here we go. I love it when you guys stand in a cluster. It makes me so happy.
Why'd y'all come stand on my head?
That's what happens when there's close quarters.
I know!
Small hallways.
Okay, everyone, please make, and I do mean everyone, please make a dexterity saving throw with Xylan's bonus.
Ooh, what's the bonus?
I believe it's what, plus 2? What is
Whatever
it?
his charisma is.
Yes.
Oh, sucks to be me.
None of those were at +2.
Oh, hang on a
So
second.
Lana probably,
I don't think
Xylan probably saves.
I was about to say, I don't think an 11 is going to do me any favors.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think I lost my connection to the room.
I got
Oh no.
'Cause
guess the damage doesn't happen.
I see my save, but I don't see your guys's. Hang on. Here we go. Now we're here.
Everyone passed.
Yeah.
Don't bother looking.
So at plus 2, we've got 13, 11. Lana's fine. Kern, not so much. What is the DC to this bad boy? Okay, so Davynn, you just save.
Hey.
You just save. Lana, of course, is fine. Xylan is fine. No one else is fine.
No one else is fine.
No one else is fine. As a bright streak flashes from the skull's eye sockets, blossoming into a low roar, explosion of flame. Each creature is gonna take some damage, and it's gonna hurt. Unfortunately for you, it also lights the dolls on fire.
Oh, so it's warm now.
Which is, yeah, it is warm and it is bright.
So that's something.
Yeah, so, look on the bright side. What is this? 8.
Well, it just got a lot brighter, so.
So everyone who failed is 35 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
Everyone who saved, please take 17.
Let me.
Unless you are, of course, resistant to fire, which
I am.
you are not, but Lana should be.
Cool. 8 points of damage to Lana. Wait, I increased your hit points. Never mind.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
You can pretend.
That is indeed not how that works.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure she doesn't heal in fire. Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's just basically a phoenix.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that goes. And
I think.
That's cool. If you place your HP in your token hitbox, in your token thing, you can just type in minus whatever it is, and it gives you.
Oh,
that is super nice.
You don't have to do math.
No. Okay.
Dandiri gets to see how much she's killing you.
That is always my favorite. To test that theory, let's do that again.
No.
Everyone roll a dex
Ah.
save, please. Do it.
Oh, okay. So the first one was Davynn, the second one was Lana.
Oh no, okay. Hildreth.
Oh, I'm making another deck save?
Yes, please.
Okay, why isn't it popping up on the thing? Oh,
There
no,
we
you
go.
got two of them.
It was just alright.
Top one.
How does a 19 do
That's
it for you?
Oh, that's good.
Lots better is my guess.
Okay.
Also, take this, jerk.
4 elements. Is that a reaction?
Yep.
It is.
Cool.
Yes, it is Davynn's action.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
get
As
the
a
names
reaction.
mixed around.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so those who failed and did not cast absorb elements. Your damage is 28. Those who succeeded, obviously 14, unless you absorbed elements. So again, Xylan is good.
How much was it?
How much was the damage?
Yeah, 28.
28 is full damage, 14 is half damage, 13 is the DC. So.
Okay.
And Hildreth, I'm
So this is
counting.
replacing the damage we just took, not adding on to it.
No, it is.
No, this is
Oh.
additional damage. This is a secondary attack
Oh.
from a secondary skull who popped up over here. And the others are just going to use their movement and don't have line of sight. So it is now officially Davynn's turn.
13 damage, you said?
14 was half. Yeah,
14.
so 14 for you.
Alright.
Ow. I will run to split up. And let's see, which one of the skulls fireballed again?
Both
The one in the bone room and the one to the left?
did fireballs.
Alright, and the one up top has not.
Has not done anything. He appeared in the hallway, but he did not do anything. Nope, you got hit from the left and the right.
It looks like the farthest I can get away from the rest of the team is over here to engage this guy.
Alright.
So, with that said, I'm going to go over there and engage this guy because, ow.
Ow,
Oh, you're
indeed.
getting engaged.
Alright.
Let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's start off with a short sword.
Okay.
16?
Let's see. I think I can block that. Pretty confident I can anyway.
What's up?
I believe I have a block to that. Give me one sec. I didn't think you guys were gonna trip the skulls. So I didn't have this spell marked. But I believe I can. Let's see. Yep. +5. So that is, it looks like you're gonna hit him, but the flame wreath becomes solid for a second and your blow bounces off.
Alright, well, I have a second attack for
Okay.
situations just like this.
Uh-huh.
18.
Ooh, okay, that will hit. Can't block that one.
Alright, that does 9 piercing, and I'm going to use my new feature, Monster Slayer,
Ooh, new features. Awesome.
and expend 2 superiority dice, both of which will do maximum damage.
Awesome.
Because I'm assuming this is undead.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's what qualifies an
So,
undead.
In total, 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage, holy crap. All right.
27 points out of
27 points of damage. Alright. 27.
And
That hurts my
then,
feelings.
let's see, I will... Yeah, let's bonus action for a quickened booming blade.
Ooh, I was waiting for that one.
So this again.
Oh no! You proved me wrong.
That's 12 on in addition to. Hold on. Let's see how much damage does this do at this point. Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. A 32 in addition.
Oh my god. Well, fine. I guess.
So I think in total 59 points of
I
damage.
don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But 10 away from being nice.
Boop. Yeah, not quite nice. All right. Fine.
And that's my turn.
Fine. So the fire winks out and the eyes grow cold and the skull clatters to the floor. All right, Kern.
Okay. I am not doing well, guys.
Really?
So I think what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I need to stay alive. I'm not gonna help anybody by being dead. I'm gonna tattoo myself.
Ooh, all right. I
Yeah.
like the tattoo. Okay. Tattoo says you may have 24 hit points.
How many?
24.
A D4 hit points?
No, 2-4.
Oh, I thought you said a D4.
No, 24. 2-4. No, your goddess loves you more than a D4.
Kern joins Island on the hunt for a new religion.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to trade in my goddess. She's broken.
It'll put me at a nice, even, maybe survive 2 more fireballs. That was an action, and then bonus action. I think I have this prepared. Please be prepared. Yes, it is. Against this guy up here.
The one in the bone room?
No, sorry, this guy up here.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a miss.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Ching.
In that case, I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess, over here.
Okay.
Just kind of like split up. Actually, I'll just stay over here.
You could go into the other hallway.
Oh, down here? Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do that.
you can. You can get closer to the piggies.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I will draw something for my spiritual weapon, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, Hildreth.
All right. I don't combat with Hildreth usually. So this is
I know.
it's like a first.
I know.
OMG.
OMG. And look who you get to fight.
Spooky undeads.
Spooky undeads. Your favorite kind.
It's like your favorite.
Building-
It's would those be your favorite enemy?
I don't think I've got a favorite. Thank you very
Ha!
much.
You're not a ranger then.
I think
Jokes on
that
you.
was-
We got more information out of it.
That was a
Lord.
given.
Mm.
I didn't feel bad giving that one away.
You should just be a really bad ranger. I mean, you have an animal companion. You can't.
What are you gonna do, Hildreth? As Kern is in the hallway trying to figure out what you are.
I'm seeing if I can get 2 different spells in my turn by taking advantage of my familiar.
Okay.
No.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, usually it's 1 cast. I mean, you can deliver it with your familiar, but it's still 1 cast.
No, the familiar gets to cast its own spells.
Oh yeah.
What?
I forgot. You're right.
What are you?
Cool.
I need to pull you up so I can look at you because I always forget that. All right.
This is the one I'm looking for. Oh, I should have organized this better.
It's all right.
This is the one I'm looking at right now, Eerie.
Okay.
Wherever you went on Discord.
I'm here. I'm in Discord.
Oh no, I know. I'm just trying to find you as a person so I can just
Find me as a
ping you the. There you
person.
are. That's what I'm looking at.
Mm.
So, like, normally familiars can take actions except any action except the attack action.
Right, but that is not the way Hildreth works.
Hildreth is weird.
Yeah, that is. No, you're reading it correctly. Your familiar acts on their own, but they would
All right,
gain.
so
They would gain spells the same way you do. So it's whatever spells they have prepared.
all right, so I could cast, and the familiar could cast.
Yes.
All right.
But
Who's got boo-boos?
I think Kern is pretty badly hurt still.
Yeah, I'm like 40 points.
Oh boy. Where'd Kern run off to? I can't.
He's in the
Oh, you're
hallway
right
by
down
the
there.
pigs.
You're the one that's closest.
Yeah, you're not far.
Well, actually, no. He'll stay up here. Hildreth will kind of. I don't know if backing up by the little doll is a good idea, but I'm going to be stupid and do that. And I'm going to cast. Where am I miss not having 2 monitors. It makes organizing things really difficult.
Mm.
Gonna cast this on myself.
Okay.
No, that was shitty.
And he gets access to cure wounds.
Psychic damage compounds.
and Zohar, my super cool
Zohar,
familiar, is going to
yes.
fly over and perch on Kern's head
Aww.
and do the exact same thing,
Yay.
Don't touch the hair.
but for only 4 points.
Oh well. He tried. A for
It's
effort.
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. Good job, so hard.
It's potentially better than the D4 that I could have gotten.
So,
All right,
Very
so
true.
he's a wisdom based class.
Maybe.
Cool.
No,
And,
that's
Hildreth.
Zohar will perch on Kern's shoulder and give him a healing peck.
Give him nuzzles. Alright. So he's healed.
And Zyland is officially jealous.
Yeah. Well, he can't see. He's fine. Is that your turn then?
That's my whole turn.
Okay. Cool. Lana, it'll be your go. Since you have the better decks.
Right, Lana. Let's see. What does she have other than polymorph and run away?
That's her usual gambit, although I would not
Yeah.
recommend it in this particular scenario because the hallways are very, very narrow.
Mm-hmm. She's kind of hurt despite the fire resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So I think. Let's see. What does this one do? This seems useful, but it only affects 1 person because she can cast protection from energy fire on any given person.
Is anybody in particular planning on taking a lot of fireballs?
I plan on tanking nothing.
I was kind of hoping that everything would be dead by the time that we get back.
Yeah, I don't know if we can manage that necessarily.
I mean, Xylan, you know, he's gonna go ham.
Yeah, Xylan probably needs.
And he has made both of his saves so far. So
Yeah.
of the
Alright,
available
well-
tanks, he is the least wounded. Okay.
That is a free spell from the DOS loot.
Yay!
And I think she's also going to scatter.
Alright, where's she headed? Okay. Run down that
Down
hallway.
there seems fine.
Awesome.
Yeah. Seems
Awesome.
okay. Probably.
I'll let you know what you see in a second. Okay. So it is now Xylan's turn. I gotta remember how to play Xylan. Spiritual weapon's fine. Let's just go in here and stomp ass. Run in here. Leap up on the cage. His beat face. Typical Xylan fashion. Because I don't think I haven't played a paladin. How do I smite things? Oh, he's got that prayer bead too.
Delicious prayer beads.
He does have prayer beads.
Have they been?
Those were up his butt, weren't they?
Yeah, but he got him out.
Oh yes, but
It was
now I'm just remembering that moment.
traumatic, but he got him back.
We gotta hide our magic item.
Yeah, up his butt.
Gotta do
And then he never uses them. Like, he went through hell to protect these beads, and he never uses them. I think he.
Point.
I
You
just,
give your
kept
players
these
you
beads
give
in
your
the
players
most uncomfortable place.
awesome consumable magic items, and you don't have to worry about it because they'll never use them.
yeah.
Right? Just make it consumable, never be used.
Nope. That's all it is. Like, he went through hell to get that bracelet, and he never uses. Okay, we're gonna do a melee with a divine smite. And he has one attack. No, he has two. He has his extra attack. Okay, so first attack. That is definitely a hit. We're gonna add a smite to that. I'm gonna burn a small spell slot.
Smitten by him.
Yep, we're gonna smite him. So, damage, not awesome. And then an additional.
He gets to re-roll one of those die.
Oh, did he? Did he get a 1? Where?
He got a 2,
Oh, okay.
I think. I believe that's.
Yeah,
great
he got a
weapon
4 and a
fighting.
2. Yes, he does have great weapon fighting. Alright, so. We'll roll. Oh, I didn't mean to roll the die 8. Oh well. We'll re-roll one of his die 6. Okay. So. That is 12, 17, and then 2 more die 8.
Yeah.
That sucks, but oh well. That's not too bad. Okay, and then one more again. Without the smite this time. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Can you tell the ping? Phil's kicking in. As it is.
Yeah.
No!
So cool. No.
Okay, and there we go. So additional 11. And bonus action, we'll do Hunter's Mark on that guy in particular. Which I probably should have done at the beginning, but oh well. Okay, so that is Xylan's turn. Yeah, we got a lot of fireballs. And we go back to the top of the round, assuming nobody's been forgotten. I don't think anybody's been forgotten.
Lily has been forgotten.
Well, Lily's not here, okay? Not here. What do we got going on here? Can't do that. Can't do that. Ooh, we can do that.
Nope, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. It's
That's-
literally illegal, Yuri.
That's
You
what we're
can't do
doing. Flaming sphere. Right in Xylan's face. For being rude.
it. There you go.
Yeesh. I think that'll be high enough though. His +2.
So if he made the save,
He
13.
didn't. Yeah.
I think that might already be calculated in
Is it?
his stuff.
No? It's
I
just.
think it is, yeah.
Is
'Cause
it?
he doesn't seem to have a dexterity of 3, right?
I don't think he does. No. Okay, so it's already calculated. Alrighty. So that's fail. So you got 2d6 plus resistance.
Yep.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. That's a pansy move. Stupid flaming sphere. Okay.
Freaking.
Flaming spheres are stupid. Where you spent your spell slots? Oh my god.
Yeah, but this is Michael talking. to
Oh, okay.
Noel.
I was gonna say Noel spent her own spell slots. All right, that guy's done. This guy, we're gonna. Decisions.
Oh, does he want some after I kill his friend?
He didn't see you kill his friend. Do a dexterity save, Davynn.
Screw all of y'all.
Yeah.
No.
That is a
That
fail.
was for Davynn.
That is
Remember,
a
you don't get a +2 because Xylan doesn't
Yeah.
run away.
yeah.
Yep,
You don't get
I
your
know.
+2. That's not bad. That is 20 points of fire damage as a large fireball comes hurling towards your head. And
Was
then
this a flaming sphere or a fireball?
this is an actual fireball.
if I can ask.
Yes, this is an actual fireball, not a flaming spear.
There's another one of those.
Okay. All right. So you take your
10 points of fire damage. Yeah.
Yeah, take your 10 points. I'm just reading the other. First time you hit, you get. Oh, you get an extra d6. That's nice.
It doesn't really matter because I
No, but
90% that they're immune.
yeah. Well, it's nice to have though. And then I need you to do
Sure.
that one more time.
Damn you. Damn you.
That roll was a 30 damage.
You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of
Yep.
the next turn.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yes.
Ow.
So, there you go. And it's your turn, Davynn.
Ow. I'm at half health pretty much. Which is pretty good considering I took 2 fireballs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get over here. And then I will short sword this guy. 14?
No. Cha-ching.
Will a 14 hit?
No. Not in this
Okay.
case.
Second attack.
Yeah.
Ha! 20!
That will hit.
Eat my 7 piercing damage.
He will do that indeed. Okay.
And then I will go and use my action surge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I will cast Lightning Bolt
Okay.
straight down the line to hit both of the flame skulls.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need to make a DC
Dex.
15 save.
15.
Dex.
Okay. What is your dex, buddy? That is a fail. How about your friend? That is a fail as well. Okay.
And on a failure, they'll take 36
Um,
lightning damage.
except they seem to absorb a little bit of that. Just a little bit. Just a little.
What jerks?
Just a little bird.
Just a little.
Okay, but I've been absorbing their 8d6,
Yes.
so...
Yes, you have. So it's only fair.
fair.
It's only fair. Let's see.
Don't make excuses for the enemy, Davin.
And then finally,
Gotcha.
second wind for some healing.
Okay.
Yeah, healing.
Yay. All right. Kern. I think our music
That's my turn.
died. Yep. No, it's just quiet.
All right. So, I guess it's my turn now.
Yes.
I am going to move my hammer over here, and I will swing at this guy for 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Why is that modifier not right? Should be a lot higher. Sorry, I'm gonna see what the problem is here. My computer is not good.
It's okay. My connection is not good. We all have our problems.
Okay. Yeah, this should be cool. And I clicking all this crap. Level 2, yes. But it's not wanting to go through. All right. Let me make sure that that's 9 points of force damage against him.
Okay.
Then I guess Davynn. I'll try this. I'll run up to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time ever that you guys have seen, I get to use my cool new spell.
Yay!
Hopefully.
I believe in you.
No, that just rolled the damage, so I gotta make an attack.
Okay.
First. Does the 16 hit?
Yes. Yep, that will hit. So it's 5 lightning? Or-
So it is. All right. So there's a lot of different amounts of damage that are going into this.
Oh, okay.
There's 11 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
5 points of thunder damage
Okay.
from just my natural ability, and 1 from the ability, 1 from the spell, and then 5 points of lightning damage.
So it was bludgeoning. What was the second type?
There's bludgeoning, thunder, and lightning.
Thunder
There's 5
and
points
lightning.
of lightning,
Okay.
5 points of thunder, and 11 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Because that makes a difference.
And because I dealt lightning damage to him, I will push him 10 feet back over this way.
Okay. Oh, I have to move him. You know, pain meds are the best. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. I guess that's my turn.
Well, that's a good turn. Hildreth, it is your turn.
No one read that.
Yes!
No! You
welcome.
No! Oh, it was such a glorious
I think they
secret.
guessed like 2 games
Yeah,
ago
they
anyway, so
did.
it's not
They,
so bad.
yeah, they guessed.
Something
They,
like that.
they guessed Witch some time ago. It cracks me up.
All I wanted was the spell list I've got at the bottom because those are what I already had prepared for my familiar.
Yes, yes, yes. Hildreth is a slightly modified witch.
Burn him, burn, burn.
Now you guys are gonna get bored with him and not care about him anymore.
Yeah, now he's not mysterious and cool. I'm gonna kill him like somebody else. Alright, what are you gonna do?
Before you came on,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, before you came on, I was talking. I was like, what if Hildreth's thing is that he's just like super normal and he just is pretending to be mysterious? Just to be mysterious?
He's just some dude. He's got 7 levels of peasant.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll have Zohar come by and spend her last spell giving me some more hit points.
Okay.
Ooh, that
Ooh,
worked for me.
yeah.
Good birdie. Hildreth is going to use what is the range on this? 120 feet. Perfect. These monsters should be well in line with that. Oh yeah, I'm going to cast Chill Touch on that duder right there.
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
That duder. Chill touch. What school of class is that? School of
It
Magic. God
is-
damn it.
It's a cantrip. You create the ghost skeletal here. I'll just press the button. I already did it with the other thing.
Not that I'm upset. I don't think it'll matter, but just in case.
No. Oh well.
Don't worry about
Same
it.
thing. I didn't cast it twice. I just tried to make the spell card show up.
Yeah, I know. No big deal. I can look it up. I mean, it shouldn't matter because 21 is gonna hit, and that should be. Oh, it's necrotic. It says.
Yep. And because I'm assuming the target's undead,
Yes.
which gives it a disadvantage if it attacks me before my next turn.
Yes, but it dies, so
Oh,
it has the
Hey,
ultimate disadvantage.
I will accept that as well.
It's basically like a disadvantage, but even better.
Yeah, it's the ultimate
Disadvantage, but forever.
disadvantage. Ultimate
All right.
disadvantage. Alrighty. So yeah, that scroll
So
goes down.
I tipped my hand and killed a bad guy for my turn.
There you go. Quality turn. Lana.
Man, this is the most exciting thing that's happened all week. Also, oh right, Lana, that's me.
Yeah, Lana.
Yes. Let's see. Lana doesn't actually have a whole lot to do unless.
She has all the magic
I
items.
think
She has a whole bag full of crap, and she's got nothing to do.
You should try to
Yeah.
ensorcelate the rat to go and attack the skull.
I think Lana will come back over here where she's in view of skulls and stuff, and I think she will go with a. Oh crap! She's had counterspell this entire time.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
barred.
Yeah, she could have counterspelled those fireballs.
Yeah, she's barred.
Well,
Whoops.
No, we can save those
Yeah,
for the big boss fight. now.
save that for the witch or the hag that's gonna be, casting spells at us.
Yeah, there's no witches around here at all.
Nope, none.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go with a vicious mockery on the skull that's currently fighting with Zyland.
Okay. And that's a wisdom save?
Yep.
No, it's her DC.
17.
Ooh, it's just shy. Okay. So that takes effect, and psychic is not something that he's immune to. So, huzzah!
Hell yeah.
Alright, anything else, Lana?
I think that is it for her.
Okay. We will do.
Nobody needs healing. Everybody's okay. There's no metal to heat.
No, there's no metal to heat. No, there's plenty of fire though. All right. Son's got his hunter's mark, so we'll do a yell and a smite. That will glance off. Okay. And then one more again. Oof.
Oof, big O.
Yeah, big oof.
Boys Island.
Yeah, that's no bueno. Yeah, that sucks. I think that's all he's got. He can do. No, that's an attack of opportunity. Okay. Yep, that's it. That's all we got. There's a
Alright.
big wolf. Alright.
Skull. Turn.
It's their turn now. Oh gosh. Let's do this. 'Cause it's fun.
It's fine.
It's all fun. It's okay. It's all fine. That is an action. Okay, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna go blurry. And we're gonna try and get the heck out of dodge here. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go in here. That will get an attack of opportunity from Xylan as it goes. Which is another whiff. Oh, Xylan, you're killing me.
No, you're here.
Oh, welcome.
Who's here? Oh, it's Noel. Hi, Noel.
Yes.
No consent how bad we're doing and came to our rescue.
So that is a
Not
whiff.
here, but that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah,
She just muted herself.
she can
and
just
she's
listen.
listening in.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I think. Even though I just read it, let me read it again. Oh, when you hit. Okay, so he didn't hit, so he doesn't get to do it. Okay, so that's just a whiff. And that's his full action. And then this dude, we're gonna do. I love it when you guys group up. It makes me so happy.
I still have yet to see that avenging thing work, like on attack of
Well,
opportunity.
see, he forgets. That's just it. When he does hit, he forgets to do it, and then I remember that he had it, and it doesn't hit, of course, because that's my life. I don't roll any better when I play myself. Okay, we're gonna plunk down a flaming sphere, and we're gonna hurl it at Kern because we can. Dexterity saving throw, please, Kern.
No.
Yes.
Alright, let me open up the character sheet again. I reloaded everything, so it's taking forever.
No problem.
I think I'm actually gonna have to get a new computer here, despite my. Yep, that's not good.
That
It's only an
is
11.
a fail. I didn't roll too great though, so it's only 10 points fire damage. As you
It's
get
only 10
this,
points.
yeah, you get a sphere flung into your face, and then it just sort of rolls here. So I would recommend you not stand next to it. All right, and then it's going to head over here. 'Cause screw you guys.
Hey, they're not allowed to run away
Run
here.
away? How dare it?
All right, tap it. It's your go.
Get back here! You can't just fireball me and then run away! That's my movement.
Mm,
And then I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna like drop my short sword along the way, draw my bow, and shoot it.
okay, good luck.
Ha! I'm assuming that.
Neither
It
of those
does
will
not
hit.
hit.
No, neither of those will hit.
Fine, stay over there, coward.
Okay. Anything else, Davynn?
That's my turn.
All right.
That's my turn.
Kern.
All right. Let's see. What do we have that can be useful? Cast tongues on myself so I can talk to this thing. No. I guess I will. No, that's not going to be good. God. Bonus action, I guess. Move this thing down. That's my first. 20 feet. Yep, it can go 20 feet. Huh. Gonna go over here. Oh no, I only took half my weapon.
Oh well. You took the important half.
Yeah. And I'm gonna smack it.
Okay.
Hopefully. That is terrible.
Not high enough, unfortunately.
Nope. Okay. In the meantime, as an action, Jesus, what do I do? You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm just gonna try to do that thing again.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna make an attack roll first, see if it hits.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
But I am going to use my luck to try to hit
Okay.
it again. There we go. That's a
There we
hammer.
go. Yep.
The most important part is it's not a wasted spell slot.
Hooray.
It's that much damage plus this much damage. Why isn't it going through? There we go. Yep.
Okay. Alright. That's quite a bit of damage there.
So 6 bludgeoning, 5 thunder, and 6 lightning.
Okay. Alright.
And I'll move him 10 feet back, because I can.
Okay, push him against the wall.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Cool. Hildreth.
I don't know if I can shoot past Kern.
Like I said, the doorways are fairly small and Kern's a pretty big dude, so probably
let's see how much I
not.
moved. Can I have moved inside after I moved him?
Yes, yeah.
Then?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. Be like, you're trapped in here with me, even though this room is probably really creepy inside.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
don't worry about it. I will tell you where you are in a second. And it'll be great.
It's awesome.
It'll be great. Alright. Oh, chill
I think
touch.
that's gonna hit.
That will not hit if that's the attack roll. No. No.
That might.
No. I mean,
That was the practice cast.
yeah, I was gonna say,
That's okay.
I don't even have to use a shield on that. That's not gonna hit.
All right, that was my turn. Good
Okay.
job, everyone.
Huzzah!
Can't your familiar do something as well?
My familiar's out of spells and can only cast thaumaturgy at the moment.
Okay, all right. That's
Alright.
cool.
In the future, I'm swapping out frickin' thaumaturgy for an attack spell, though. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, then it is Lana's turn.
Let's see. Lana still has Vicious Mockery.
Yep.
Otherwise, she has no damage spells.
Oh.
Pretty much. So, let's see. Yeah, I think it's just gonna keep on going with Vicious Mockery, because that's what we got.
That's what we got.
Are you gonna try to go after the one that's running away from Davynn, or the one that's in the room?
She could go after that one as well. Either one. I'll go with the one that's in the room, because that means less moving.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mock.
I've told you a second time.
I did do a second time. That is a success.
So no damage.
Okay. Anything else, Lana?
I think that's it for now.
Okay. So we go to Xylan. Alright, Xylan, trying to redeem yourself. Get out of the way, Elder. Here we go. We're gonna do it. You ready? It's gonna be epic.
Oh.
Scream.
Oh, yes, Xyland. Yes, Xyland.
Yes.
I'm ready for.
Xyland. Yeah, yeah, it's just Xyland, don't worry. Wapow. That will hit. I can't overcome that with shield. So we're gonna throw a smite on that because we can. That's what he does. I think he's even got smite on it. Oh, he does. Look at that. Look at that. He even has it in his thing. And then an extra die 8 for undead.
And he gets to reroll one of his d6s.
Oh, I keep
because he rolled a 1 on it.
forgetting to look at that.
Keeps on getting better and better.
Yeah.
So that's 10 slashing.
Much better. Much better. And that will absolutely bust up that skull. Finally. A little bit overkill, but whatever.
No such thing.
Boston makes Xylan feel good.
That's, a little bit of stress relief. There we go. Alright. That guy's down. Finally. He took a crap ton of damage. Okay. It's these guys' turn. I'm gonna take my flaming sphere. Where are you down? Okay. Flaming sphere moves from here to the back of Davynn's head. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
So who all was that this time?
Pardon?
Who all was making the deck save?
Just
You
you.
are.
Just me. Okay.
Just
Just
you.
after.
Oh shoot.
13.
Yep, you will survive. Lily, on the other hand, because she is standing next to the sphere.
Wait, Lily?
No, I'm sorry, not Lily, Lana. Make sure.
I see the sphere in a different spot.
I don't see the sphere at all.
I didn't put it on the map.
Oh wait, flaming sphere. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's flaming
I was
sphere.
thinking the skull.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. So if Lana chose not to move, no, wait, Lana's okay. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Everyone's okay. So yes, you
Here's the
just
sphere coming
saved. I have a sphere of annihilation rolling around here, and I lose track of it.
Wait, what?
It's only 6 points of damage, so take half of that, please, Davynn.
No.
Just,
Damage taken.
Is
I
it
get
like
confused.
the fiery sphere is annihilating us, or is it a Sphere of Annihilation.
There might be a small sphere of annihilation rolling around here somewhere. Maybe. Just saying. Might be. I can tell you where it is. I'm just gonna say maybe. It's here somewhere. Okay.
Maybe it's in the room that you just ran into.
Maybe.
Without looking.
Maybe. That is it for our last remaining enemy here. So, top of the round, Davynn. Have at it.
Well, I'm gonna move away from the flaming sphere first of all. I don't have my sword, so I will just walk up while peppering it with point-blank arrow shots. Okay.
It is, as you get closer to it, it's become a little blurrier than the last time you saw it. Like, it's not quite in focus, so your attacks do have disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, 11.
Neither of those.
Yeah, I don't think either of those will work.
Hit. No, unfortunately not.
Alright, well, I will stick my tongue out and go.
Fair enough.
And I will convert some spells to sorcery points.
Good
and that's
plan.
it.
Okay. Kern.
Alright. I'm gonna go 1, 1, 2, 3. Look, see him, be like, oh dear God, there's a ball of fire in the way.
There is.
And I guess I will do this thingy.
Does it have that kind of range? Sacred? Oh yeah, it does.
60 feet?
60 feet? Alright.
To be fair, I didn't know that it was... I didn't know if it was in range or just kind of assumed, but...
It's close enough.
I do have 15 more feet to move if
No.
it was needed.
Nah, it's good. It saves, so save for half. It is save for half, Kern?
Nope, save for nothing.
Save for none? Alright.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And then I'm going to move my hammer up.
Okay. Go, hammer, go.
Go, hammer, go. Okay. Alright, and I guess that's my turn. Because I don't have a bonus action thing to do.
Alright.
At least not right now.
Hildreth.
So, that burning red squiggle is a painful thing between me and where I want to go.
Yes, the
what I'm
burning
saying.
red squiggle is a flaming sphere.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go the other way around.
Okay. Let's duck under
Wait,
that
there's
guy.
another way?
Yeah, you can go south. Sure.
Let's go. Well, let's.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee that there's not a flame.
Yeah, there's
mini
no-
sphere of an island.
No guarantee
You're
of
right.
what's under there, but you can go under there, yes.
Looking forward, do I see anything here between me and there?
No, you don't see anything between there. What you do see over this doorway, there is another sort of bone-based awning. Instead, it's one person with their arms spread really, really, really wide so that it touches both sides of the doorway. Looks like several arms have actually been strung together to make that happen before it ends in hands. And both the arms and the head have been draped with very long black hair, for lack of a better word. So it makes sort of like a bead curtain of human hair across the doorway. The room directly in front of you seems to be a storage room of some sort. You see the statue in the corner and various barrels and containers and bags, but no flaming skulls or anything else that looks menacing.
This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna go through there to get around to where the
Okay.
that darn floating head is.
Okay. All right.
I can only move this was 30 feet, was there.
Yeah. So you can move an additional. If you want to do the dash, you can use your full.
Oh, I
movement.
can't dash because I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything else, you can do double your movement. Yeah.
That's absolutely a thing I'd like to do.
Okay.
I'll just hunker up next to Davynn there.
Okay. I love it when you group up.
That's why I'm doing it. Hey, Davynn, how's it going?
Hi, Hildreth. I'm doing good. Just shooting this asshole.
How you doing? Okay.
Yeah, that's my whole turn.
All right, Lana.
I think Lana's gonna keep on doing the same thing, but from afar.
Okay.
Standing underneath the light of Kern's hair and also his spiritual weapon.
All right. I will roll.
Let's mock this person. I don't think it's worth trying to dispel either the blur or the flaming sphere.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, that's good damage.
Yeah, if it fails.
Yeah.
That's like 4s across the board.
That's good. Yeah. Yep. So. Xylan being Xylan.
Did the skull take it?
Skull did not seem to be affected. Skull rolled a 19.
Lana, it can't hear you.
Yeah, yell louder. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull a kamikaze. We're gonna jump the flaming sphere.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, Lana. I will have to do a dex check, or dex save, excuse me, on him.
I don't think flaming sphere actually does damage if you walk through it, weirdly.
Let me see. No, I don't think it, well, you can, it will ignite flaming objects if it's there, so I'm gonna have him do a save.
Because you're running through fire.
Yeah, it is still
Yeah,
on.
I know.
It is actively
I've
on
always thought it was weird
fire.
that it wouldn't do that.
That is. That
Yeah,
will only
no,
have him
he's-
do half damage because he is going through it. It's not slamming into him. Because I agree, that doesn't make any sense. So that's a whopping 4 points. We'll take that. That's nothing. Okay. That will unfortunately take up that, so we'll just do mark on that just in case. Okay, so that is Silent. He's good to go, which takes us to the Flaming Skull's turn.
No.
All right, Flaming Skull.
Not our hero.
Flaming. We'll just take Flaming Sphere and we'll throw it against Silent. Because he's in the way. Oh, buddy.
He's
Come
still
on.
fire resistant.
He is fire resistant, thank goodness. Oh, that's nothing. That is nothing. Okay. That's a whopping 2 points of damage. He's fine. He's not even thinking about it. He's busy. Okay. And then... what do we have to play with?
There it is again!
What was that?
That was my Moogle. Hang on, that's Sin. He must have heard his character was getting the shit beat out of him. doing?
Let him know he's really not.
He's actually not doing too bad for him, no.
Yeah. You did have him run through a fire. Really
I
cool and
did.
sexy.
Well, wouldn't he though? Like he wouldn't go all the way around. He would go straight through.
Yeah.
Gotta get out of my way, and he would just go straight through. Thank you. Crap. Shoot. That's crap. Let's do laser eyes. Let's do laser eyes.
Let's not do laser
I
eyes.
like laser
Let's do
eyes.
give up and surrender.
No, let's do laser eyes. +5 to hit. Boo. Boo! Man. Can't roll for crap. I just rolled 2 10s in a row. That's garbage. That's all garbage. Flaming Skull, you disappoint me. Okay, that's it for Flaming Skull. Davynn.
Davynn will continue his chase down of the flaming skull while shooting arrows at it.
Okay.
Determined to get this bow to work.
It has been a while since you've used it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, both of those are good.
Yep, both of those will hit.
Alright,
Yeah.
5 piercing on the first one.
Huh?
Another 5 on the second, and if it's not dead, I will use Monster Slayer again
It is not
for an
dead.
extra 16 points of damage.
16, 1, 6.
Yes.
So 26 in total.
26 in total, yes.
Alright, thank you. Okay. I did not appreciate that, Davynn. You're getting that
Davynn.
flaming sphere to the head. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Yes, I would like to drop my bow now that I've hit it finally. Draw a dagger, which is what I have left, and walk up next to it.
Okay.
So it will stop running away.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
That is your turn. Okay. Kern.
Alright. Well, walk around here, take another look. Be like, oh shit, the skull is gone. I guess I will move my wee up in one. Oh, that's no.
Oh, it's broken.
Everything's broken. Everything is life is meaningless now.
Broken.
There, it's better. No, it's not.
It's not better.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not moving with it. Oh no, it's freaking roll 20.
Kern, what are you doing? You're just flying around through the air!
I think I'll have to do the same thing that Xylan did, and just go through, because I can't let him one up me.
All
Run
right.
through.
Run
I'll do
through.
my dex save.
Yes. Do your dex save, please.
Haha, that's a
Oh.
16, since I am
Yep.
having to do it while next to Xylan.
Yes. So it's a whopping 2 points of damage. That's with reduction is the 2 points. So. Huzzah.
Where is... Friggin... I need to get a new computer after this. Everything is taking like 3 seconds to load every time I click something.
Yeah, mine's not great either.
And I'm just gonna Sacred Flame it.
Okay. Dex save. Okay, that is a save for it. Watch out. It's too hard to hit.
He's squirmy that.
Well, he's blurry and dodgy.
Yeah.
And he's only the size of a head. So. Hildreth, what would you like to do?
Hildreth will cast Chill Touch on the spoopy ghost.
Okay.
Assuming I can roll above an 8.
I don't know. I believe in you.
Not sure an 11's any better, though.
Well,
No.
you didn't roll above an 8. You rolled a 7. So.
Yeah. So that will not hit, unfortunately.
Womp womp.
Womp
Womp,
womp.
womp.
Anything else this round?
That's what we're doing.
Okay. Lana.
Lana's resistant to fire.
Yes, she is.
She also said she would run through things and run into things willy-nilly. So running into the thing and getting into this corner.
All right. Do a dex save for me, please.
Ooh, that's-
Okay.
That is Lana.
All right. So between the save and your natural resistance, that is a whopping 2 points.
Ooh.
47 hit points. Not too bad.
Nah, you're fine.
And if this thing is pretty close to dead, might as well just keep on insulting it.
It didn't. Yeah.
Okay, wisdom save. What is its wisdom modifier again? Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking up what you're putting down there.
Made sicker burns for a flame skull.
All right. Anything else, Lana?
Yeah, that's it for her.
All right.
That's it for her.
I'm gonna go smash it. Silence answer to everything.
Go, Zen, go.
Smash. This guy I think is actually out of. Yeah, he is. So.
Whackity whack.
And
And he gets to reroll 1d6.
does he? I'm glad you're
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
Whew.
4
Well,
more points. Yeah.
goodness. And then we'll whack it again. Just because we can. That is also a hit. And he gets to roll a die 6.
Yep, he does.
Oh.
And it's actually 1 point less.
Oh, the one time I pay attention and it burns me. Oh, damn it. Oh well. Okay. So
It's still not bad.
no, that is enough to take it out.
Silence our hero.
So he comes out, brings his big old greatsword, draws sparks as it crosses the the low stone ceiling, but he brings it down on this stupid flaming skull. And as the lights in its little eyes wink out for the last time.
Yep.
And it falls to the floor.
Alright.
Ta-da.
Well,
I didn't like those things.
those things hurt. Yeah.
Those things hurt.
They did. I got fireballed 4 times.
Yep. We're kind of on a time crunch here because Lana's seeing doesn't last that long, so we can't sit down and take a short rest. I feel like.
Okay, how about this? Let's check out all the rooms here, and then on this area, and then we can take a short rest.
I agree, but I feel like we also need some healing. So I will, for the next minute, I think. Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, minute. Who needs hit points badly?
I'm
Lana
below
could
half.
use some. Davynn's at like a third down. Lana could use some also like about a third down.
I think Zen's in the same place, yeah.
I kind of need numbers because I can do something
I've
for
got
a
a
minute long.
24 5 hit points on 59.
Okay.
Yeah, it's same for Xylan. He's about 25 down.
Okay. So I can give out 20d6 hit points with
That's
it
a good amount.
Yeah. In 2d6 increments.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I think Hildreth is probably the first priority since he has the lowest possible or lowest hit points total. So take 7.
Yay.
So is there anybody below 30 anymore?
No, I'm not.
Nah.
Okay. Anybody below 40?
Still yes.
Okay. Take 12 points of healing.
Ooh.
Alright. Anybody below 40? Anybody below 50?
Yes.
Lana?
Okay.
Okay, I think Lana should get this one. Been sucking up all them heals.
You gave some out though.
This is true.
Alright.
Mainly to himself,
Alright.
but still.
Lana gets 9 hit points.
He healed Kern.
Yeah, mainly to myself, and I still got the first 2 rounds of heals from Kern. What's that tell you?
Yeah.
How many? What did you say you have 52 max? on
59.
Hildreth?
59 max.
Okay, gotcha.
He's not a beefy boy.
He's not. And he's a level lower than you guys are, if you recall.
Gotcha.
So 9 on Lana. Anybody still below 50?
Hildreth, right?
Yeah, Hildreth is below 50.
Alright. I'll top you off with this. Oh. Hopefully that'll get you pretty close to full. Alright.
Pretty close, yeah.
Anybody below 60?
Yeah.
Lana.
I am too. So this
Also, Hildreth, stop it.
At this point, I'm really close to full health, so yeah, concentrate on the people who are not even close.
So this will be me. Oh. Oh God.
Oh wow.
Aww.
Well, I mean, I averaged out the other, double 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Keep you up. We need you up.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then I'm at 54 right now. What's Lana at?
56.
Alright.
Just keep on taking them.
It's taking forever to roll the dice. Oh, I got another 2. That's why it would. That's why it was taking
Wow.
forever. It's unlucky. All right. How many was that? Because I get 10 of these. That was 1,
6 total.
6. All right. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Yay.
That's better. This one's gonna be for Lana. Unless Xyland is.
Well, Xylan can
Less
lay
than-
on hands. He hasn't even used that today. So
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't. He's at. I think he's actually at 69 right now. Nice, but
Nice.
yeah, he is.
Devin's at 63. Could use some topping off.
All right. Lana gets 8 more hit points, and I think this is my last roll. What I get? 1, 2.
You get 2 more.
Alright. Cool. So this was going to go to Davynn.
Nice.
Thanks.
And then what is Lana at right now?
64.
64, and I'm at 67, so I will dump one more into Lana.
She also has only 7 more hit points.
Okay, in that
Yes,
case, I will take this, because I am 30 points down.
Yeah, you should probably.
Yeah, Kern got super a lot more hit points after last level up.
Well, and those fireballs did not do you any favors.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost reached triple digits on health after last level up.
Ooh.
I'm at 99.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Silence at
did you take
95.
the hit point feat or?
No, I took resiliency constitution, and that bumped up my constitution score by 1 modifier.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So everybody's somewhat healed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So we still have lay on
continue.
hands, and like you're not totally tapped on healing, even if you decide not to rest.
Yeah, Lana's got plenty of healing that I've been preserving for like emergency heals.
Yeah, I was just that seemed like the best use of a third level spell.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I think that was a good plan. Now it is
Okay,
4:30. So do you want to finish exploring, or do you want to end it here and pick up next time? I'm okay with staying over,
think
but I don't know what you guys have going on.
I would be down to pick up next time,
Okay.
hopefully with more people.
Okay, that's fine
I
by
agree.
me.
And I feel like a butt because I made everyone late, but
Well, no, that's okay.
you still got a lot accomplished.
Yeah, you guys got a lot
Yeah.
done. Yeah, absolutely, you got a lot done. Okay, then we will go ahead and we will stop here with the crew in the kitchen, and we will continue to explore the Hag's Lair next time.
Yep.
I do shot a skull. Yeah, you worked that skull over. That's that poor skull didn't stand a chance. All right, then I will cut the recording. Yes, that is the kitchen. Yes.